Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ashley Stays in Her Lane. So, this is my a little YouTube series where I know what I'm very good at. I am a client results tracking strategist. I specialize in a software called Airtable. Airtable is an amazing database software. There is tons of videos on this channel for that. And I saw Steph on Threads, and with Ashley Stays in Her Lane, I stay in my lane and I invite other people who are doing things that I believe that my clients should know about and bring you in to share, and you can learn from them. So Steph built a really cool tool called BlockBuilder that works with Airtable, and I was like, this is something that my clients need to know about. They need to see. I bought it immediately because what this tool does is able to take your real-time live data from Airtable and do so much with it. There's so many different use cases that BlockBuilder can do, and it's a really powerful tool. So Steph, I'm so excited to hear like why you built the tool and how it works. So we're going to be doing an intro of the tool, a demo of it, and sharing screen and all those things. So
Yeah.
we'll dive in. Steph, thank you so much for being here. Why don't you introduce yourself and say who you are and why you built BlockBuilder in the first place?
Yeah. So first of all, thanks for having me here, Ashley. This is going to be such a fun conversation. I feel like we're going to get kind of nerdy, which
This is
is
a very
always
nerdy channel. Okay, so
love it. Love it. So yeah, like she said, my name is Steph Blake. I've been in the online space for over a decade now. Prior to that, I worked in corporate marketing for 10 years. So I've been in this world for a very long time. I'm also a business strategist, automation expert, and I am all about tech and really simplifying things to make your life and your business as easy as possible. My whole thing is I want every person that I work with to work under 20 hours a week and make a minimum of 6 figures a year. And Block Builder is one of these tools that allows us to do that. It allows us to simplify the work that we're doing by taking that data, like Ashley said, from Airtable or Google Sheets. If you use Google Sheets, I feel like most people here use Airtable though.
yes, anybody
And
here knows that Google Sheets is a dirty word in this
yeah,
household. So you can use it with Google Sheets, but if you're one of my clients, you cannot. So
yeah, not allowed, not allowed. But it takes that information and then it allows you to display it on your website, your emails, and it automatically updates for you. So instead of like you just having to go into your website every single time you need to update something, you update an Airtable and it automatically updates. And honestly, the reason that I built this is because I was using a similar tool for many years, but it just was so complicated and it was so expensive. And I just didn't need all of it. It was built for enterprises. It wasn't built for small business owners. And I just built Block Builder honestly for myself because I knew like I want to take this information from Airtable. I want to show it on my website, right? Like testimonials or charts or blocks, a form, right? And it was just so complicated. And I didn't want that anymore. So I just created a really simple solution for myself, told a couple people about it, and people are just knocking down my door saying, okay, how do I sign up for this too? Like, okay, yeah, come
that
on.
is, I think, the
Project.
best, like the best systems, best offers, best tools are the ones that like I built this for myself because I needed it.
Yep.
And now like other people have the same issue. I'll share, I was excited to use it because I used Airtable has interfaces now, and with interfaces, you can embed them on a website. And what I've been doing, one of the things that I was like, but you have very limited branding capabilities with Airtable interfaces. So they're not pretty. So it wasn't pretty, but it was cool and functional and converted for me. And what I did was I keep track of all of my webinar registrations inside of Airtable. So when somebody joins through Kit, they get added to my Airtable so I can see how many people are registered for my launches. And what I did was I created a like ticker, like a live counter on my sales page, on my webinar registration page. I said, if I get to 500 webinar registrants, everybody gets a freebie. Like everybody gets a free template. And so people were able to like invite their friends and then refresh and see the data on my sales page, or to see on the webinar registration page, which was really cool. And I liked it, but it was just like an Airtable kind of clunky
Like an
thing.
embed or
And
something.
yeah, and an
Yeah.
embed. So when I saw Block Builder, I was like, oh, I can do the same thing. Like I love an MVP. I'm like I'm fine with like accurate data over something. Like I didn't mind it being not branded, but when I saw Block Builder, I was like, oh, I can do this thing and I can brand it. Then that's like an easy yes for me. So that's one of the reasons that I bought it. But I'm super excited to like see how we really believe in client results tracking and keeping your testimonials on Airtable and measuring results and being able to see how you can use that data in real time on your sales pages. I'm excited for you to show like what that can actually look like.
Yeah,
Cool.
totally.
Well, I know you've got some stuff prepared, so I'm gonna change I'll have you share your screen. Let's see, everybody should see that now. So, take it away. I'm excited to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've already kind of talked a little bit about what we were going to share here. And don't worry, we don't have too many slides. I just want to, for the visual people like me, I just like to have something tangible so that we can all look at it together. But yeah, again, what we're talking about is BlockBuilder, how we're going to dive into all of this. And again, I said, I'm Steph Blake. I live outside of Chicago. I have 2 kids, husband. I have a very busy life that I live. We also homeschool. And I just want all of the tools that I use to work for me, and other tools weren't. So that is exactly why I created BlockBuilder. Also, because the whole process of updating your website is just, it takes too long. So essentially what BlockBuilder does, just from a very basic level, is we have our Airtable base, right? So again, we love Airtable here. And it's going to take this information from Airtable and it's going to display it on a page on our website or in our emails. So again, you can see here, here's an example of what this will look like once it's embedded, right? We have a lot of examples on this page here, but you can see testimonials, frequently asked questions, resource roundups, products you can display. So there's a ton of different blog posts. There's a ton of different use cases for this, but really the whole point is to automate it. So you don't have to manually go into your website and make a change. You just make a change here, and then it will automatically update on here for you. And then it just
And all
simplifies.
of those, just to confirm, like this, like blog post, like this is a widget that BlockBuilder, like you can make all of these, like this is all Airtable data that
Correct.
BlockBuilder then formats to be an embed that you can put on your site.
Exactly. Exactly. So this is what it looks like behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
this is the page that I'm on right here. You can see this is just
Mm-hmm.
different sections, right? I'll scroll back up here. So this is our testimonial sections. And then we just have our embed right here. And the great thing about this is that it's just literally an embed code, a very small one, and you update it in your site on your email, and anywhere that you can use HTML, it works, which is 99.9% of email tools
Yep.
and web pages. Sound like I'm 90 years old.
Yeah.
Web page builders. If your web page builder does allow you HTML, it will work. I think there's one email tool right now, Flowdesk, at least at the time of us going live, that doesn't allow HTML. So therefore, it would not allow it to work inside of here. But again, if it allows HTML, then it will work. So you can see here, we have all of these different options here. So many ways
It's
to
so
use it.
cool, even like the FAQ, because I know like I had for a while I had web designers on retainer, and so and my offers changed so much, and you like your messaging changes launch over launch, and just to have an FAQ that lives in your Airtable and like your offers, we have what's called a client hub, to have an FAQ table where it's like if these things somebody submits a support ticket, you're like, oh, this is a great new FAQ for us to add. You can just add it like in your Airtable and it would reflect instead of having to like log in to show it, figure out the drop down, like the duplicate of the collapsible thing. Like this is such a cool thing to have.
Yeah. And one of my favorite use cases for those who are on tools who don't have universal sections are site footers too. One of our users actually gave me this idea and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so smart. So you can have this footer at the bottom of your website and it automatically updates, because remember, we're just taking this one embed code, we're copying and pasting an embed code on our page. So wherever that embed code is added, it's updated. So you can have, for example, the site footer on multiple pages, the FAQs on multiple pages, you update it in Airtable. Right here, we just update our FAQ
That's
and
cool.
then it's going to update everywhere.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, because in my journey of entrepreneurship, it's like I've had a team, I've had designers, I've had like it's just like it's become very bloated, and we're streamlining some things, which I think a lot of entrepreneurs are. And I'm like, what are the tools that can make it so I can run my business on my own more efficiently? And like this is like I'm like great, like as I'm revamping and simplifying, like this is just such a great tool to support that.
Yeah, and then the other side of this, which we'll talk about more, is it can also collect data. So, for example, like you can have questions where you can, these are, I would say this block is probably my favorite of all of them because it allows you to collect responses from your people, again, an email or on pages. The first time I used this, I was like, you know what? I don't know if anybody's actually going to like respond to this.
Yeah.
I kept it completely anonymous. You just submit an answer here. And I used it for an event that I was running. I put it on the thank you page, and then I put it in the welcome email, and it just said, "What are you most excited to learn about at this event?" That was it.
Mm-hmm.
3 days, I had 150 responses. Really, really good responses too.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind because it shows the power of giving people the ability to tell you what they want, but they can do it anonymously,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's where you're going to get that really good feedback. Same thing with polls here, right? There's a lot of email tools that have polls within them. However, that information stays trapped inside of the email tool. This allows it to go directly into Airtable for you. So then again, we're always looking at data, right? We're nerdy here. That allows us to see, okay, this information came from this poll. This is what people are wanting, right? And we can just create really aligned offers from there. Same thing with forms, right? Airtable has forms. They don't look great. Let's all say that they don't look great. So you can create completely customized forms in your branding with conditional sections, drop downs, dividers, right? And again, the whole intention behind this is to, one, keep it really simple to use. I can go into the builder here, keep it really simple to use, but also to let me pull this one up here. Keep it simple to use, and also brand it so it's looks like it aligns with your branding. Like, for example, Ashley, you said you had an Airtable embed on a
Mm-hmm.
page, but like it's very obvious that that is coming from
Yeah.
Airtable. Whereas my background is in design, so I always want things to look branded for myself. And because I built this for myself, guess what? It's going to have everything that I want as well.
Yeah, and I want to talk about too with software. What's the price of BlockBuilder?
Currently, it is $199 for lifetime access.
Yeah.
That will be changing, though. I just want to be very
Are you
upfront. That
moving
will,
away from lifetime? Or are you
it
increasing the
will,
lifetime?
it'll be both. So
Okay.
it'll be changing to monthly and annual. And then if I choose to keep lifetime, I haven't fully decided yet, it will be increasing.
Yeah, and something that I really, as prices are increasing on software and people are wondering like what software is worth it. For me, I don't love all-in-one tools, but I really like flexible tools. And what I like about Block Builder and the cost of it is that it can do so many things, just like Airtable can do so many things. I was paying maybe, and I really liked this software, but I was paying about 24 something dollars a month for Senja. And Senja is a testimonial collector and displayer, which is helpful and cool. And it was like I could pull my Airtable data, but Block Builder can do what Senja, the one thing that I was paying Senja for $24 a month. Now I was like, oh, Block Builder is X amount. Like the ROI of this makes sense. I can retire a tool that has one job. And so it's nice, like, I like when my tools are not all in one promising, but they have like the ROI just makes way more sense. It's like this can do my testimonials like this. It can do those forms. It can do those polls. It can do so many different things. And so I like, shout out to Senja. I like it. I think it's a cool product, but just like the pricing of it didn't make sense when this existed as an alternative.
I used another tool. I didn't use that one, but I used another one for testimonials as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when I built this, I wasn't even planning on adding testimonials into it. But I was like, I'm paying, I think it was similar. I think it was like $30 a month. And I was like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I just add it?
Yeah.
Like, let's add it as another block. And again, we have all of these different block types for so many different use cases,
Mm-hmm.
right? Depending on what you need. I guarantee there is a block in here for you,
Yeah.
right? There's also this page that I just want to call out quickly, and we can probably put this in the links as well.
Sure,
This is
that'd
the
be great.
showcase page. And these are all blocks that are built by users. So like
Mm.
these are not submitted from me or my team. Like when our users are building blocks, they can submit it here and then it shows up here. And you can see there's so many different use cases for this. This will probably give you at least like 5-10 ideas right away for different ways that you can use it, right? Like feedback collection, boosting engagement, FAQs, affiliate hub collection, clickable email footers, right? Like so many different use cases. And even if your business grows and evolves, you'll still have a use for it.
Yeah. And there's something that I always like to, because my clients will have this question, so I just want to give them the permission. Steph has forms inside of Block Builder. You can still use Airtable forms, and we also recommend using fill out as well. So even like you don't have to use, like I wouldn't recommend for my clients like don't use the form builder in block builder. Like don't start with that because you already have those tools. Like don't migrate everything over into this, but use the other features that can enhance it. Because I'm just like, I know they'll be like, oh, like should I move everything into block builder for this, that's this, and don't like think about all the places where you're not collecting data or you're not showcasing things. The forms are cool, and you can see like the section collapses and all those things, and so you can play around with it. But I'm more excited about all the other things it can do, just because form builders now, so there's so many options, and I don't want them to like spiral out on that. But it exists here.
Totally.
There's other features of it that I think are more relevant to the clients that I have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love fill out. Love fill out. I think by far fill out is the best form tool.
Yeah.
I will just say that. I used it for many years, but again, I wanted to keep everything in one place, so I added forms for
Yep.
myself.
Yeah.
And if you don't use another form tool, you can use this. But yeah, again, like Ashley said, don't feel like you have to transfer everything over. And
Yeah.
that's also the great thing because it's lifetime right now. Like you get it for life. So
Yeah, if you're not already using fill out and you get block builder, I think block builder would be a good alternative to, because Airtable forms have limited branding. But if you're
yep.
already using fill out for forms, I'd say keep that there and then just use all like, but fill out and Airtable cannot do the testimonial features. It can't do those little like interactive numbers, that like charts that you can put on your site. Can't do the branded FAQs. There's so many other features that you can use in this.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of I would say, well, this is the number one block that people
Hmm.
use, and this is called the card block, right? So this one is the most versatile by far because you can do so many things with it. So in this example here, we have products, right? That again, we just have this data pulling from Airtable,
Yep.
right? So we're in our Airtable here, and then that information is just being mapped over here. You can see in our setup over here, base table, the view that we're showing, and then we're just saying, okay, where's this information pulling from? That's
Hmm.
it. But again, you can use this for so many things. This is products, but we also have the ability to open this up. So then you can have this display view.
Yep.
So it can show even more content. So we use these for like events. If you do summits or bundles or any type of event, if you do office hours, right? For our
And
office hours in here,
oh, cool.
this is literally how I have it set up, right? We have this block and then we have the video embedded inside of it,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, and how I'll probably be using this block because also we used to use Softer, and we
Yep.
used to build things in Softer. Softer was about $60 a month, so like we don't use that anymore. And Airtable technically has an interface that you can embed in a shareable thing, but it's not as branded. So we'll be using Block Builder soon for this specific section because we're taking away, this is behind the scenes, but we're doing less done for you implementation work inside of my group program. And instead, I'm just going to say, here is a list of Airtable experts that I trust to build for you. Here are their rates. You can reach out to them directly. So just having a like branded database of like Airtable people I trust. We'll be using Block Builder for that. We'll keep that all in Airtable, but then I want to be able to, embed that into our website and have it look nice. So that's how we'll be using that too. Another way that you can use this too. I know Jamar Diggs he has a YouTube membership that teaches people how to launch their channels. One of the things, once you launch the channel, you get to be in a directory of channels that were launched by the membership. And so I know he's used Software in the past. He streamlined and moved over to Airtable, and he has an Airtable interface. But this would be another great use case. If you have a directory of client results that you want to showcase, you can use that as well.
Yeah, here's an example of that. So again, I'm just on this showcase page. I was trying to find a live
Mm-hmm.
example. You can see this person, they have like meet the contributors. Again, it could be like directory, and they just
Mm-hmm.
embedded that block inside of that page. So like this content is created on the website, but then
Yep.
the part that auto updates is the block builder block
Yep.
that's added in.
Yeah. Love that.
Yep. And again, if you've ever run events or even if you have a directory, somebody's name changes and a link changes, their email changes, right? It's so hard to go, I mean, it's not hard, it just takes time to go
Yeah.
into your website, make those changes instead of literally just going into Airtable and changing it. And if you do use fill out and you have it, you use the function where it updates the record for you and they
Mm-hmm.
update that record, guess what? It's automatically updated and you literally don't have to do anything.
It's
So
just
that's a little
creating
more in depth.
it's like eliminating the friction and extra steps of like having to someone fill out a form to update their data, and then having to go into the form and look at it, and then go into your website builder and then update the page and update the directory and all of those things. I think also what I like about this too is that a lot of people are like very into like vibe coding right now and like building their own things. What's nice about I think it's not a waste of time, but I'm like Steph has already built a tool. Like it's like we all think we can build our own tools right now. It's like, yeah, do you want to build a whole tool to like build your own custom directory after your Airtable data, or do you just want to buy BlockBuilder and have it do it for you? And so I think there's like people are swinging too far on like let me vibe code and build my own thing. It's like maybe, but Steph has been working on this for like I don't know how long now. It's like you've tested it, you've seen it, you've tweaked it, and so I like investing in tools where people have already figured out the solution for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, feel free if you want to do it. You're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of money
Yeah.
doing it. I know because
Yeah.
I've built multiple software tools at this point. It takes a lot of time, but not just that. It's like the technical know-how, the user interface. There's so much that goes into app building that people do not consider.
Hmm.
They think, oh, I'll just open up whatever tool I use, like Claude Code or whatever, and I'm going to build an app. Well, yeah, you will, but it's not going to work very well.
Yeah. I can just tell, and it's so nice to buy tools from people who are in the same industry. It's like the use cases that you have and how I can use it. I'm like, oh, Steph is like we have very overlapping businesses of like coaching service provider. Like I can see like an affiliate link tracker. Yeah, it's like all these
Yeah.
examples is like we have these issues like a clickable email footer. It's like, yeah, that would be great to have in my like I can see how all this stuff is so applicable to me and on so many of my other clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Like dynamic 404 redirect links, right? Like who would have thought? Or
Hmm.
people asking for I don't know if this one's in here, but people, oh yeah, it's instant issue reporting. This one's one of my favorites,
Mm,
which again, I didn't think about this, but this person told me that they were having issues with people reporting broken links or missing resources in their course.
mm,
Like nobody was reporting anything and they would find it months later.
sure.
They put this in their email. They started getting responses right away.
Yeah.
Like it's just little things like this that not only help you but also give a much better experience to your client, your students, right? So again, unlimited ways to
I
use
love that,
this.
and it's helpful to think because what I teach my clients is we want to your offers like we teach you need to build your offers in a very results focused format. So like we start with the core of your result and then we build your curriculum, we tweak your curriculum, we adjust your features and everything to support getting that result with capturing like little snippets and little data and being able to capture the data but then also showcase the data. You're able to like you're able to close that client results gap and get more clients results faster because you can like yep, let me capture when things are slipping through the cracks, or like there's just so many different ways that you can dynamically use a tool like this to help your clients get better results.
Yeah, or again, like branded feedback collection, right? So this
Mhm.
is an example of the form. So yeah, affiliate
How
link
does that, I'm
tracker.
curious because the emails walk me through because I know with the like the I'm curious to see the clickable email like section, but then also polls because I know Kit can do polls. And then is it as simple as because I know that the Kit can do polls, but the data doesn't go into Airtable. And so, and I've been using the Kit polls because I didn't know how to use BlockBuilder yet for it. But what does that look like? And I could see that being such a, and like the questionnaire of like hit reply and like let me know like what did those look like because I could see that would be really helpful for people too.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is just an example of the poll inside of Block
Mm-hmm.
Builder, right? And you choose when you set this up. I'm not going to walk through like all of the
Yeah.
settings and functions, but you can see when you set it up, you can choose, okay, where do we want this content to, or these results to write back into? And we're just choosing, all right, we want it to go to this space, this table. So where are we at? Polls. So here, this table, and then the results are going to come directly in here. And you can see here, we can embed this on pages or emails, and we can even take this one step further because, again, I am nerdy and technical, and I like to know where things are coming from. So we
Cool.
have source tracking in here. So we can say, okay, this is coming from a page, this is coming from an email. And then once we embed this in our email, we can say the actual email that it's coming from. So we
Oh,
can say, like, what's today, like August 24. So you can use the same block in multiple emails, but because we have this tracking, it will populate that for you automatically. So then all we're doing, I'm just in Kit here. I just added the HTML block, copy, paste that in, and it
mhm.
shows up just
Cool.
like that.
And then if you wanted to have a different source, would you create a different you would create a different form or you would just create a different embed
Nope.
like refresh,
You would just
update the
create
source?
a different embed. So you would like, so if we want our source codes to be, I don't know, 27, right? We just update it here,
Okay.
copy this, and then we put that
Cool.
in our email.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. And then same thing with the question block. So those are polls. And again, the biggest benefit here is that this data is coming directly into Airtable for you so that you don't have to log in and look anywhere
Because
for
that's
that.
something that people like to flag. This is a very technical thing, but like Kit has these polls, these features. Like Kajabi has forms now, but it's like are like these tools are adding in features, but the data still stays within the tool itself. So even though if you're like, well, why would I use this because the polls are existing Kit? This seems like an extra step. Data is so important and centralized data is so important. So that's why we do the extra work. And I feel like if you, the girls who get it, like getting all that data in one spot, you can do so much more with it. So that's the benefit of having something like the more you can get into Airtable, the better. And having a tool that helps you get that data in. That's why we don't recommend using like Kajabi's forms or Kajabi's like quizzes because the data just lives in a silo in Kajabi where we'd rather you embed an Airtable form or a fill out form and collect the form data that way so it gets back into Airtable because you can just do so much more with it.
Yeah, same thing. And then I don't know if your people are big on AI. I am obsessed with AI. I use
Mhm.
it all of the time. But if you use Claude, for example, it can go into your Airtable and it can look at that data for you and it can build
Exactly.
reports and it can build dashboards. So again, we're just automating one more piece
Hmm.
of this that you don't have to do,
Yep.
right? Same
Cool.
thing here with the question block. Again, same thing. We just come over here, copy, oops, paste that in, and then that's in here.
Great.
So again, all of the formatting comes over, looks just like your brand, right?
Hmm.
So it not only looks good, it actually has a very specific purpose and it
Yeah,
functions
and
well
I'd be
too.
curious because I sometimes we say like hit reply and let me know, but also like then that means all the hit reply and let me know information is just living in my replies in my inbox instead of actually being able to see like how many people replied to that email. Like that's cool to be able to see that too.
Yeah, and I would say more people for these questions specifically. So I do just want to be really clear. There's a lot of different options in here. So
Mm,
you can either choose to collect name and email or not. If you do, you can choose, okay, where do we want that to go inside of Airtable,
yeah.
right? We can map that field. Um, what I typically recommend is to start off with these anonymous because even if you want people to reply to your emails, people don't really reply to emails as much as you want them to.
Yeah.
They are much more likely to submit an anonymous form or submit in this anonymous block to say, like, if you're like, why didn't you sign up for the
Yeah.
last round? If they click reply, their name and email is attached. They could be thinking, oh no, now this person is going to follow up with me. They're going to continue selling to
Hmm.
me. Whereas with this, they just say, like, it just wasn't the right time.
Which that's
And
interesting because we have an Airtable form. This is why didn't you buy? Which is, but it's a link that they have to click, and that probably like makes it so now it's anonymous, but people have to click a link and then fill out a form instead of they're able to just type it right in the email.
well, with this specifically, you do still have to. So what will happen
Because
is you
yeah, how
click
does it
this.
work? Because is it like you click it and then it?
Yep, and then it will pull up this
Hmm.
right here. And
Yeah.
that's just truly how email works.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like you can't have JavaScript inside of email. It just doesn't work.
But it looks
Um,
like, but the like the brain is like it looks like you would type it in.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that was like the more strategic piece. It's like, no, we're not like actually giving you
Hmm.
a form to fill out. And you're not saying like fill out this form. You're just saying, okay, one very simple question. Like, why didn't you join?
Yep.
Fill it out. Right.
Love that. Cool. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I can see like I'm like, oh, I would rather fill out that than that pop up than the Airtable form itself. Just like
Yeah.
in
I
terms
mean,
of
I'll be
user
honest, I
experience.
wouldn't fill it out.
Yeah.
I don't reply to emails. I don't fill out forms. But if I saw something like this and I knew that nobody was going to know who I was, as like ridiculous as that sounds, I
Yep.
would be much more likely to do this. And I mean, the results across the board are the same for all of our users who are using it.
Love it. Yeah, it's such a cool tool, and it's just like when as soon as I saw it, I was like, absolutely, I'm getting this. And there's just so many, and that I have the lifetime thing, so I highly recommend just if you are a coach or a service provider that cares about your data, get BlockBuilder because there's infinite ways that you can use it. You can eliminate some of the other maybe some display tools that you're paying monthly for. That's what we did, and then I'm so excited to use it for all those different use cases.
Yeah. So many, so many. And that's why I think we should put that link in there, the showcase page,
Yeah,
because this will give you so many different ideas. It's like it's
yeah,
crazy. Like even
amazing.
this one right here, I didn't even see this one until right now. Oops, let me scroll back up. They are automatically updating their photo.
Cool.
on their website. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so smart. Didn't
Yeah.
think about that. Their photo and their bio. So then if they have to change their photo, they just go update it in BlockBuilder.
Fun. Yeah, I love that. Cool. Anything else that you want to share, shout out? What's the best? I mean, we'll have all of the links to get Block Builder as an affiliate link in the comments or in the description. But what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to learn more about BlockBuilder, just go to myblockbuilder.com. That has all of the details. Or if you want to learn more about me, you can just go to my website, theblakecollective.com.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks so much for being here, Steph.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Okay, and if you made it to the end, I was like, put a comment in as if you have questions for me, a question for Steph, but even if you're just like excited to check out Block Builder, let us know in the comments. It makes us more motivated to keep doing Ashley Stays in Her Lanes.
Yeah. And if you're watching this and you've already signed up, comment below with that as well. Just say like, I'm
Yeah.
in, I'm a user. I love to hear
Cool.
that.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks so much for being here, Steph, and we'll see y'all in the
Yeah.
next one.
Thanks, everyone.